Sunday Brew. We have been gone for quite some time. I wasn't able to create any content this week. I actually have my brother-in-law over visiting us, so we've been busy entertaining him, having a good time. But I promise y'all, I'm gonna get back into content creation for chemistry stuff in the coming week. But happy New Year to you all, Jay Random. Happy New Year to you. I don't think I've seen you since
The
the
last
clock.
show?
Yeah, I haven't seen you since the last show. We've been texting back and forth a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's it.
Happy New Year to you as well, man. I think we said it. I think we texted you. I can't remember.
Did we?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Okay. Anything new in your life going on right now?
Nothing, man. Just maintaining. You know how we do.
Yeah, I get
What
you.
was it?
Well, to quote a line from GNX, it's just crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. And I think that should be the title of today's show because we've had some crazy, scary, and spooky events and hilarious events unraveling into this new year. And I just want to start. We'll start with the crazy, the New Orleans attack. So you've heard about that. I believe it's been heard all around the country, maybe even known globally now. But at New Orleans on New Year's Day, I think 3:15 local time in New Orleans, it local time on New Year's Day in New Orleans, there
Yeah,
was a car that ran into pedestrians on Bourbon Street, I believe. It was a white Ford pickup truck. And this
correct.
individual, I'm not even going to name this individual. It said on BDC that it's supposed to be an Islamic style attack. And I said, oh, Lord. As soon as I saw the guy's picture, I was like, here we go. Now there's going to be this whole thing about all the Arabs and Muslims. They're trying to attack Americans once again. I just felt bad for everybody that was murdered or injured during that attack. I don't know what led to it. And my thing is, this is where I have an issue with a lot of very religious individuals. It's like you try to force that religion on other people, or you harm
Hmm.
other people in the name of your religion. And from my understanding, because I've been reading the Quran, I've read the Bible, read different sections of the Bible, read a lot of the content, it's not saying to go and attack people. And
Correct.
I'm just upset that some families had to start their New Year's with mourning their loved ones. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I agree. Mourning your loved ones off of senseless, well, no murder, but a senseless murder that didn't have to happen.
Right.
People go out New Year's any day just to have fun, not knowing that's their last time, and that shouldn't be the new norm.
Right.
We should be able to go out, have fun with our family, friends, and come back home. It
Exactly.
seems like lately, you know, it's like they're trying to put fear in us to stay home, and that's really not fair to us, people who just want to just live, right, have fun. And on top of that, you would never think at 3 in the morning something like
Right.
that would happen, right? I mean, that guy was really looking for chaos,
Right.
and how he did it. I mean, he picked the city that loves to party. So 3 in the morning is like probably 10 in the afternoon. There's still a lot of people around. And when I
Hmm.
saw the video, how he just the way he did it, he passed the
Oh, you watched?
cop.
There's a video.
Yeah, this video when it happens, he's on the street, he passes a cop car, then he just makes a hard right, and then that's where all chaos happens. And then the cops down jump in the car, chasing him. Uh, yeah, it's sad. It's sad. And you're right, and that's not Islam, right?
No, it's not.
I wish they would stop. You know, that's radical people, right? That that's not that's hatred. That's not
Hmm.
Islam.
Hmm.
So um, it's sad. It's just sad. And then I'm sorry, you gonna say something?
No, no, no. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah,
Continue.
yeah. So no, it's just sad, and I mean, this has to stop. This has to stop. I mean, if you're trying to relay a message, do it a better way. Don't involve hurting anyone.
My thing
Seriously.
is, if you're truly trying to relay a message in terms of religion and capture people or captivate people, start a podcast, start
Yeah,
a book series, do your advocacy that way. Don't harm other individuals. There's
Please
nothing
don't.
in these biblical texts that are saying go out and harm other individuals.
Nothing.
Nah.
Correct.
I think he had explosives too, they were saying.
Yeah.
So he was really trying to get it. And what's scary about this, okay, so we went from crazy to scary. Let's go into scary. Is that he's a alleged army veteran.
I know.
And my thing is like, so do we have services that are truly helping our vets out there, or are we truly vetting our vets?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
uh,
because now what they're going to do is now going forward. I forgot where it was, but even everyone has to be checked. Even veterans, even cops, like like I think before, like if you were armed, I mean, if you served in the military, or if you're a cop, I guess some barricades you could just cross. I mean, you could just bypass. They're not doing that anymore. Everybody has to be vetted because I mean, there's ingrown terror going on, terrorists now.
right, right. And for those of you who've joined, pretty much we're titling this episode after a line from Kendrick Lamar's GNX album, Crazy, Scary, Spooky, Hilarious. And this
Mhm.
is AVIOT Sunday Brew, where members of the AVIOT podcast come and speak to you all live. But yeah, we went from crazy, spooky, scary in terms of these Army veterans. There's another situation involving a active Green Beret, and this was the explosion that happened in, I think, Las Vegas, the Cybertruck that exploded in front of the Trump Hotel.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
And I'm sitting over here like, what? What
yeah.
is
No,
going on?
I know, I know, I
And
know.
this happened on New Year's Day as well.
Exactly. So the driver, he's deceased, they said, and a lot of people got hurt. And it's once again, I have a problem with if you're trying to relay a message, you involve innocent bystanders. Like,
Right.
come on, you. I don't know. I say it time and time again. If you're not filling up the par, if you have mental issues going on, talk to someone. But the last thing you need to do is try to make a statement like what you're doing and involving innocent people that are just living their lives, having fun. Like, you know, it's just not fair. It's just not fair. It's not right. And um, what I don't like is that after the explosion, Elon had the nerve to get out in front of this and stress to people that the Tesla truck did not blow up. It was explosive in the trucks. It's like,
Okay.
yeah, it's like, come on, calm down. No, everybody who's seen that, if you had a brain, you knew there was some fireworks going on inside of that Cybertruck. So, um, yeah, I just think, I mean, Tesla stocks are going down. I'm happy to see that. To
I
be
know.
honest with you,
Anytime
yeah.
Elon's failing, you're a very happy man.
Yeah. Because he has to be exposed for the idiot that he is. He's not a genius. He's an idiot. He's just a
Yeah.
rich man with money that buys companies and allegedly puts it in the clause that he gets to put founder in these companies that he buys. So when you look at the founder of the companies that he purchased, his name is the founder. But in reality, just follow the money trail. How can you be the founder if you bought something? Somebody was
Right.
there before you. They found it. You just bought it. So it's the sad part too is Tyrrell, right? So both of those vehicles were rented by the rental company Tyrrell.
Tiro?
I think it's T-U-R. Tyrrell. Am I pronouncing it wrong?
Can you spell it? T-U,
R-O? Tyrrell. Tyrrell. Tyrrell? Tyrrell.
Turo?
I thought it was called Tyrrell.
Yeah, maybe Turo.
It's a rental company that you. So this rental company is pretty cool because what you can do is like wherever, like whatever state you're in, if you want to
Mm.
just rent a car and not go like to a Hertz or a budget, you could just download the Taro app. Look for the car that you want. You can rent it, and you can either meet them at the airport or they could drop it off at certain spots. So it's pretty cool. You know, I wanted to. I haven't used it yet because I really, I don't always plan to use it, but then I don't. But I like the concept. So anyway, yeah, both of these cars were rented by that company. So, you know, it's just I'm just hoping that it's over, but you never know. If we got if we have in-house terrorists, then good luck trying to
I
find out
mean,
who's
we
who.
we've been at in-house terrorists, man. Anytime you see a
No, we
school
definitely
shooting,
did. Yeah,
yeah,
no, we definitely did. But it's just like, when you're dealing with two of these terrorists were once in the army, just imagine the tactics and the skills
yeah,
that they picked up.
yeah, you're definitely correct.
Yeah.
Speaking of tactics, to switch gears, let's get
Yes,
into the
yes.
spooky element of this episode right here. I want to talk about the Unrivaled Basketball League. I don't know if you know WNBA players
Yeah.
are
I
in
heard
an
of it.
Unrivaled. It's called the Basketball League Unrivaled. It's a 3-on-3 basketball league. The reason why I specify the tactics angle is because their tactics to get their name out and to get payers paid a lot more and to get a lot of notoriety, I think is brilliant. And what's spooky about this is if this works, which I believe it will, it's going to be putting the WNBA on notice because the average salary for players in this unrivaled 3-on-3 basketball league that's taking
Mhm.
place in Florida is $250,000.
Wait. Okay, wait. How much do the WNBA players got? I thought they got around that amount.
I'm gonna look now. Average salary WNBA players. Let's see. Let's see.
Don't say 60.
The average salary is around. So I'm looking at two things. So they said the average salary in 2022 was $102,751, and
Hmm.
it increased to $147,745 in 2023.
Okay, so the average is 140, say what, 145,000 versus 250. And how long do they play in this unrivaled league?
They're playing from and to the commenter Viva One. All right, that's cool.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why
Oh, I
y'all
didn't even know.
use.
Yeah, I didn't even know they said anything. Yeah. Uh-huh.
My thing is, I don't know why y'all say you're gay or homosexual as an insult. My thing is, okay,
But I don't
people are.
understand what was said for him to even say that he or she. So
Yeah,
trolling
we're
already on
literally talking
Sunday.
about basketball. Yeah, whatever. So it starts in January 17th. That's when it starts, and it ends. The championship game is March 17th.
And when does WNBA start? April.
When is WNBA? I think it's June. Let me see.
Okay, it's
WNBA
going to give enough time.
season start. The WNBA starts in May. No, June. It's June.
June. So let's ask
Yeah.
this question: what about if these players that's playing on rival get hurt and now they mess up their chances to play for the team that's paying them? How does that work?
I mean, that's always a risk because players play overseas every
True.
year. So after the
True.
WNBA, and that's how I remember Brianna Stewart. So I know my UConn people being a Connecticut native. I know my
Hmm.
UConn alums. Yeah, she was playing overseas, and actually, I think she tore her ACL, or yeah, it was bad. They had pictures of her. She was on the floor, just passed out, and
Hmm.
yeah, so she was gone for the WNBA for a while. Nika Mule, who plays for the Seattle Storm, she actually tore her ACL while playing overseas recently. Like this, um, and so hey, what's up? What's up, Bobo Love? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming on the podcast. I mean,
Hey,
thanks
Bubba
for coming
Love,
on the
what's going
show.
on?
I've always
On
programmed to
the
say
podcast?
podcast. This
Yeah,
is the live version of the podcast, but whatever. Yeah, thanks for coming on the show. But yeah, so people get injured all the time.
that is
I
true.
think this is good because it's 36 players and 36 are really good players in the WNBA. And I think, let me see, average NBA ref
Ooh.
salary. Yeah, I mean, Apopo College, pretty much the WNBA, they're still trying to compete in terms of get well, I wouldn't even say compete. Their salary is increasing. So the thing with the WNBA, a lot of the reason why the players aren't making the money that they deserve and the league hasn't been making money like that is exposure. A lot of
Of course.
times that they're not they signed a new contract I think a couple of years ago that gave them more exposure onto different TV programs.
Hmm.
Alan, you always killing me with these terms. You always kill me with these dirty names. That's my boy, Jay. I'm a boy,
Okay.
Alan. Hey, what's up, Alan? Nice to see you, man. Um, but yeah, a lot of times they're not being showcased on television on different media platforms. So because they don't have the exposure, they don't have people wanting to see the product. The WNBA
Advertising
product,
helps too.
exactly. And now we're seeing more of it. Now people want to attribute the press that they're getting now to one player, but the thing was the WNBA was already increasing in their viewership, and
I
they were
agree.
already getting more notoriety because of their new media rights deal that they signed, and they got them onto more channels. A lot of people, I remember us in the past, we were trying to watch WNBA games, we couldn't find them. Remember?
Yes, I remember that. Oh man, I think the only time I started seeing NBA WNBA games really televised was around COVID because we had nothing to watch, and that's when
Right.
it just took. Remember the NBA stopped. Now that I think about it, how did the NBA stop but the WNBA kept playing?
Well, they're both
Oh, because they
playing.
paused it. They paused it. So a pause wasn't really like a stop. Because
Yeah,
remember?
because by the time they were starting to play the WNBA, their season was already kicking off.
Gotcha.
So remember, the NBA season was going on, they paused that, and then when they started play again, the WNBA season had just started because
Yeah.
WNBA season starts in June. So they
True.
found a way to continue the season.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's see, Alan. I definitely saw one at UConn when it was a women's game. It was a lot less people and a lot of senior citizens on campus. We even talked about why in a women's studies class. Alan, could you explain more on that? Can you explain more of what happened? Because the thing is, like I said, the product, women's basketball, the product has never been bad. It's
Yeah.
just been they don't get exposure like that. Even and you know, Jay, I've been championing the WNBA for years. I just haven't been vocal online about it. But you know, I've always been saying, "Oh, we got to watch these games. Oh, check out this player and that player."
No,
Right?
you do. You do.
Yeah.
You do.
But it is what it is. But yeah, so I'm saying
Unrivaled.
with
Okay.
with Unrivaled, if this is and they inked a multi-year deal with TNT. So my thing is, if this product is really about that life, they're going to be competitors to the WNBA.
Correct.
And
Correct.
yeah,
And that
so
money's gonna make it hard for them to sign these little $140,000 contracts when they know Unrivaled they can get 250. So if you got 36 players now, watch what's gonna happen next year.
yeah,
And
and
especially it's gonna be 5-on-5. There's gonna be a problem.
it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I think that's why they always ice out, pun intended, Ice Cube's 3-on-3 tournament for the men's basketball because that tournament always brings in a lot of viewers, and
Yeah, of
he's been trying to get it to be bigger than what it is, but he keeps getting stonewalled every time
course. The
he's.
NBA's not trying to. The NBA's not trying to let them in unless they get a piece of that pie, and they should not get a piece of that pie.
I see.
He started it.
hmm I'm looking. So Alan says, so basically the professor asked, why do you think women had less players and the uptick of senior citizens watching them? So some argued exposure, some argued the pace of the game. I would say exposure is one. If we're talking about pace of game, right? Men play at a faster pace, right? However, that doesn't necessarily mean the game is better because a lot of times with this faster pace, you got a lot more turnovers, you got a lot more jacking up threes, you got a
Yeah,
lot more mistakes being made. So
correct.
I personally I tend to lean more towards the women's game nowadays. I wasn't like that in the past, but I lean more towards it nowadays because they're still fundamentally sound for the most part, and they still
Correct.
play the game the way the game is supposed to be played. You see, even
Correct.
in men's college, they're throwing up less players. Oh, less players. Got it. Less spectators. Even in college, you see they're throwing up threes all the time. Then you flip your camera, Jay.
Correct.
Watch
Oh
what
no,
I'm
I know
saying.
I did. I know I did. Y'all need to see what I'm doing.
Okay. I'm
All right,
like,
I'm
I'm
back.
looking at a piece of paper.
Nah, I know I did. I mean, the camera's on me. Shoot, I was trying to like, okay, how can I hide the camera? I was like, let me just flick it real quick.
Oh
No,
my
I know what I
god.
did.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Just make sure you ain't having no malfunction. We don't need that today.
No, not at all, not at
Yeah.
all.
But anyways, it's spooky hours for the WNBA if Unrivaled is really about that, and I really hope they have so much success. I mean, even if you look behind the scenes, they got Sephora coming in there, and they're supporting them. They got black makeup assistants. They have black makeup products in there. You see, they had the behind the scenes showing the black girlies getting their hair laid, getting their makeup done. Just WNBA. Well, I'm not WNBA, but these players, these female basketball players, they're very entertaining to watch. I love the fact that there's a small amount right now, so you get to really know the individuals. You get to really
Correct.
get a gauge of their personality, and I just wish them all the success. I'm really happy about this. So that's
Okay.
the spooky part. Let's get into hilarious. So the crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious line comes from Kendrick Lamar's GNX song, what, TV Off.
Here we are.
And it seems that the specter of Kendrick Lamar keeps on haunting just everybody out there. Everybody out there. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. The company needs to get on that support. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I hate the fact that a lot of people are supporting these WNBA players now because it's trendy to do.
Correct.
Our platform, as I've said in the past, we started being more vocal about we started being more vocal about sports in general. And
Hmm.
we're more vocal about these WNBA players in general and female basketball players because we cover college too. Because
Yeah.
we just want to correct false narratives and we also want to truly support them. We're not trying to hop on a train just to make some money or to get some notoriety. We truly want to support them, especially since you have people who have never supported women's basketball now trying to jump
Hmm.
in as the expert, Stephen A.
No, you're right. You're right. Seriously, I mean, I really don't recall him like even that argument he had with Monica when she was like, prior to this season, have you really ever talked about WNBA? He got annoyed, but in reality, I don't recall him really watching it or talking about it. But to be honest, I don't
Mhm.
watch ESPN after the NBA NFL season is over because it's really nothing but baseball and golf and maybe tennis. So those, so so to be fair, if he was saying it, I didn't catch it because I wasn't watching it. So, but I can imagine him not really talking about it.
He
So,
wasn't. No, I used to watch
pretty sure he
ESPN all
wasn't.
the time. Yeah, he wasn't. Because I was mad last year. Yeah, I was mad last year when the Aces had their repeat and they got
Mhm.
like a small blip. They didn't really talk about it much on ESPN like that, and I thought it was a big deal. The
Yeah.
Aces were the first team to go back to back in years.
Hmm.
So I think they're the first team since, was it the Sparks? I think it was the first team since the Sparks to go back to back, something like that. But yeah, they're the first team in years to go back to back, and they just got a blip. Even this year, New York wins the championship, and I don't feel like ESPN did a lot, and that's why I unfollowed them. I stopped
You don't think
following
so?
them. No, I don't think they did a lot to promote it because my thing is, especially for New Yorkers, y'all supposed to have so much pride, and you decide not to really
Did he have a
showcase.
parade?
They did have a parade. The parade
Oh,
was
okay,
nice.
well, that's
The
good.
parade was nice. Yeah, the parade was
Okay.
nice.
See, I don't know
But
about the parade.
Las Vegas's parade last year when Las
Yeah.
Vegas won, that joint was hype. Okay, that was nice.
Okay.
That was really nice. Yeah, they put a lot into that budget. I think Becky Hammond, their head coach, she was cussing a lot on stage. So at the end of at the end of all the festivities, you see her, she's counting her money because she had to pay the fine. So she just got a whole bunch of money in her hand counting.
There you go. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
pay that fine because no filter, no filter.
Yeah. So I was talking about the hip hop scene though, and basically, and speaking of New York, all right, we'll get in, we'll tie in the New York angle, all right, but
Okay.
basically, the specter of Kendrick Lamar has been haunting everyone from Andrew Scholes. He's still talking about the line that Kendrick made about white comedians talking about black women, even
Hmm.
though he never directed it towards him.
Hmm.
And that line can apply to a lot of people, Gary Owens included, right? It can
Hmm.
apply to a lot of people. But Andrew Scholes is really hurt about it, and he
Yeah.
keeps on rambling. And Charlemagne ain't doing. I sent you that video about Charlemagne too.
Yeah.
He's doing nothing. Like Charlemagne's compromised, and
Well, we already know that.
the latest individual, well, not latest because this is what the whole rap beef was about. And if y'all know about the hip hop beef between Kendrick Lamar and Aubrey Drake Graham, I encourage you all to look it up. But Aubrey has made another song. Well, he posted it on his Instagram and then he deleted it. Remember,
No, he didn't delete it.
he didn't delete it.
UMG told me he got to take it down. I heard.
Really?
That's what,
Okay.
yeah. I heard UMG hit his ass with another. What was that? Copyright infringement.
That's what happened when you're
Yeah.
controlled by the man.
And that's what happened
So
when you suing the man.
exactly. And so I think
Yeah.
the song they're calling it "Fighting Irish," and
Yes.
basically it's a love letter slash
You hurt my
Crying,
feelings.
you hurt my feelings to LeBron James.
Yeah, and everybody
But
else who turned on him. Yeah,
yeah, so they're saying some lines can apply to LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan. And it's funny because I was watching something and they were looking at his rap scheme. Hey, what's up, local things? Nice to see you.
yeah. What's
Thanks
going
for
on?
supporting the show. We're talking about Aubrey Drake Graham's song "Fighting
New
Irish."
song.
New song, "Fighting Irish." Where are we from? We are from the East Coast over here in America. That's where we're from. We're from the U.S.
Yes.
Yeah, over on the East Side. But we're talking about the West Side right now.
Yeah.
How the West Side got everybody in a frenzy. So,
Correct.
anyways, someone had looked at his writing scheme and they went into Chat GTP, that's it? Yeah. And they were saying
No, you
how
didn't.
to they said they literally spoke into it and they said how to rap like Drake, how to rap in a Drake tone using ION or something. And the rap scheme sounded almost exactly like
Hmm.
his rap scheme from Fighting Irish.
Well, you know what? I know you didn't ask how I feel about it yet, but just in case you do ask me that, it was boring. Like I was telling my wife, I said if the next song he come out with got to be like what was that song? I think it wasn't called Okay, was it? The one that he had Baby Keem on there, something Okay, okay. Wait, what was it called? I forgot the
Well,
name, but
Aubrey had a song with Keem on it.
well, he had a song with Baby Keem on it, but then he never released the Baby Keem version. So the Baby Keem version got leaked later on, and we realized why he didn't because Baby Keem he rocked out with it. But it was an upbeat track. I think the next track Drake come out with has to be an upbeat track. It has to be. It can't be none of this 5 o'clock in Toronto type beat. You know, the beat was cool, but it was just like how he was rapping. It was like, bro, we don't care. We're so over it. That was 8 months ago. We don't care how you feel now. You had time to talk about how you felt now. Like no
Right,
one cares, and
right,
clearly no one cares because it's not moving any units, and then all of a sudden he can't even produce it anyway because UMG was like, nah, give me that. We own you. Give me that. Take that back.
right, right,
So, you know, he don't so he doesn't understand. Him or he probably will in the future, but him suing his record label because of a battle he lost is going to go down in history as the dumbest move anybody could have done. That was
that's very
career
true.
suicide. You can never
Right,
ever sue your company unless you are bigger than your company. And 9 to
right,
10, if you're working for someone, then clearly you're not bigger than them. You're working for them. You are the worker bee. And
right,
that's what he was. And he got sidetracked and thought that he was the meal ticket. He was the one bringing in the money. Yes, you are, but guess what? At the end of the day, we can find somebody else to do that.
yeah.
That's
No,
how I feel they're treating him like. So they're basically saying, and then on top of that, he's suing them. So every time that man make a move, they just come in and show everybody how they're the boss and not him. All
right.
this time he
And
got us thinking that he's the boss.
what gets me is people always think that Aubrey can come back from this. I'm saying he cannot because people aren't going to take him seriously anymore. It don't matter if you come up with a bop. No one's going to take you serious. Like, no, 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 no. I was going to compare to Kanye, but Kanye's Kanye. Kanye's on a different tier.
Yeah.
Kanye's on a different level. No, no, no. Because
No,
Kanye,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
made
Kanye's on
songs.
a different level, and we never
Yeah,
really took Kanye. We never put Kanye in that Mount Rushmore of lyricists. Everybody already knew that people was helping him write Rhyme Fest, Consequence, and it was okay because it was like a collaboration, right? With
mm,
Drake always made it seem like, no, I am that guy. I write these bars. And then it's like, you know how I write these bars? Because I wrote this song for this person. I wrote this song for that person. So how do I and why do I need a ghostwriter? Well, clearly you do.
yeah, yeah. Because everything you put out when you don't have that team is it
Yeah.
misses the mark.
Yeah.
Speaking of marks being missed, we see Joey Badass is out here. He got
Yes.
his song talking about. Oh, thank you, local things. He talking about too much West Coast D licking on his song. And what's the name of that track?
The ruler's
I forgot.
back.
The ruler's back. And my thing is
Yes.
back from what? Joey, you were never a ruler. I understand that you got street cred and all that stuff, but it seemed like you're trying to capitalize off of a wave. My thing is,
Yeah.
why weren't you out here challenging Aubrey when Aubrey was on top of hip hop? Why is it now that Kendrick is the man? Now people want to come out and they starting to talk. And that's why the West Coast, some different rhymers in the West Coast came out and they on your head because they're like, nah. They're like, no, 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 let's not start this. Kendrick is on top of hip hop right now. I think it's good for hip hop. We talked in the last show. I said that I think hip hop is on a slippery slope, and I think it's going downhill just because after Kendrick leaves, who's gonna carry the torch?
Yeah.
I said while we have the rap girlies, they're doing their thing. I don't necessarily think that they'll be able to carry the torch unless we have like some classic albums coming out. Dochi,
Mhm.
a lot's on her back because a lot of people are expecting her to be the one. I've always said Rhapsody is nice. Ciroc, people sleep on Ciroc seriously because Ciroc, if you ever listen to her songs is nice. My thing is whoever can stand toe to toe with Black Thought and hold their own, that's Rhapsody and Ciroc. Those the ones. But they're a lot. They tend to have more of those boom bap type raps. You know what I mean? And a
Yeah.
lot of people aren't
Don't
feeling
want to
that
hear that.
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
tunnel is dead. The tunnel is dead. We don't want to hear the acoustics that make it sound like that one drum sound like a million drums. We're not looking for that no more. We're looking for something else. We gotta evolve, right? So with Joey, he has to understand that he's late to the game, that Demon invite him in. Like nobody asked Zoe. Nobody asked Joey for a substitute. It's like out of the
Right.
blue, you're trying to ride the wave, but for what reason? What do you get
Exactly.
out of this riding this wave? Because Kendrick beef is a real beef with Drake.
Right.
Your beef with Kendrick is not a real beef. It's a gimmick, and you're
Yeah,
a
and I
good
mean,
rapper. So don't waste your time with the gimmicks, I
right,
feel.
and he's being competitive, and it's cool to be competitive.
But
I'm
for
just
what
saying the
though?
timing.
No
Yeah, the
one's no
timing.
one's looking for him. You saw
Exactly,
what
and
happened when
and
J. Cole tried to be competitive 9 months after the battle. Nobody asked for him.
nobody asked for it. But J. Cole is doing a good thing in terms of reminding people, his fan base, I should say, who he was, and he's bringing that nostalgia. So I think
Yeah.
people are always going to respect J. Cole to a certain degree because he's a good lyricist and he just moved on. Even though that whole Port Antonio let's leave that alone. That was because when people started breaking it down, they're like, some things aren't adding up here. But
Yeah, I
Alan,
wasn't having up.
yes, the Joey line, that's from 22 Twos off of Reasonable Doubt, Jay Z's album Reasonable Doubt. So that's where that line is from. But yeah, I mean, I think New York, they're struggling to find a sound. And I said I was going to come back to New York. They're struggling to find a sound. And they're not loyal either. They're really not loyal people.
They're
So
loyal to that green,
to the what?
to that money.
Oh, you said bread. My bad.
No, I
My
said
thing,
green, the
oh,
dollar.
green. I thought you said
Yeah.
bread.
Yeah.
Um, New York, my thing is they just go wherever what's hot, and that's why I have a hard time respecting New Yorkers. Y'all want to say y'all the greatest state or y'all the greatest collection of people in the country, and my thing is y'all aren't loyal. Y'all boo y'all teams when they lose. Y'all are
Yeah.
rude over there. I'm
Yeah.
generalizing here. My
I understand.
and Connecticut is What you say?
So I hear what you're saying. You definitely generalize it, but yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
Connecticut is right next to New York, so I have a lot of experience with New Yorkers, and y'all ain't all that. Y'all
No.
seriously, y'all ain't all that. Like we have people all over the country who are creative. We have people all over the country that could do great things. All right. So my thing is eat some humble pie and
Hmm.
find some pride in your collection of people. That
Yeah.
pride means not going against them when they make a mistake, not booing them
And be
when
supportive. That's
yeah,
another thing.
thank you. Be
Everybody mean
supportive.
mugging from the sideline.
Exactly.
You go to these clubs, you go to these concerts, everybody like this. What you like this for in the concert? What you like this for in the
Exactly.
club? You came here to
Exactly.
dance or hold up the wall? Because if you want to hold up the wall, I got a wall over there that you can hold up. Get off the dance floor. And that's the problem.
Exactly.
You're right. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to say, you're right. We don't live that far from there. So we see it. We see it where we at in Connecticut. Like what happened to the dancing and the having fun, not me mugging and chilling on the side.
Exactly. And I know what they would say. Well, what y'all got in Connecticut? We have
New
that's
Haven
not
and
the point of this
Hartford.
conversation. That's not the point of this conversation. That's not the
New
point.
Haven and Hartford. That's what we got. In Waterbury. We got some spots to go hang out at. Hey, remember Raekwon said, shout out Connecticut. I mean, come on, man. We popping. We ain't that bad now. You know
Listen,
what I'm
we got
saying?
some gems. We got some
We
gems in
got some
Connecticut.
gems. We good. We good. Even though we always seem to go to New York when we want to go party, but that's a whole nother thing.
I ain't
Oh,
partying
man.
in New York. I ain't partying in New York, man.
I ain't
Forget New
partying in New York
York.
because my car gonna get towed.
Exactly. Overpriced parties anyway. Overpriced parties just for people to be mean
Parking
mugging.
too. Overpriced parking.
Exactly.
Nah, man, I'm staying at home. I'm a party virtually. I'm giving you a VR headset and meet you at the club.
Listen, I'm
That's
I'm
be the
very
new thing.
proud. I'm very proud of my state, Quinnipiac. Okay, I'm proud of Quinnipiac.
There
All
you
right,
go. There you go. Let's get it.
I'm proud. I'm proud of us.
That's funny.
We got
That's
a
funny.
comment, and we'll have this be the last thing we address. Good timing for Joey, as it's easy marketing for raising Kanan. I legit think that's why he did it.
Smart.
That's a
Smart. I ain't think
possibility.
about that.
Yeah, possibility.
I ain't think about that. Okay,
Hmm.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how
Yeah.
good Raising Cane is.
Yeah,
But
so
yes,
from what I'm hearing, that's a better show. It's competing with Power in terms of the better show. That's from what I've heard. What do you think? Because you watched it, I
Kane,
don't watch it.
Kane is good. Kane is good because they're all known actors, no name actors, right? I mean, they're known now, but and it's a prequel of Kane and 50 Cent um, character that was on Power. So it's good to
Oh,
see how Kanan, where he came from, and how he blew up to be the mentor for Ghost and Tommy. Because that's
oh,
how,
so
yeah,
50 Cent's character was the mentor for Ghost. Really? See,
yeah,
I don't know any of this stuff. I just
yeah,
know. Okay.
yeah. So many ways. That's how they're gonna keep this Power universe going because there's so many storylines that they could continue to work with. Just like the Power Book 2, the one with Tariq,
Hmm.
that ended, but now it's going to be a spinoff. They're going to be in Chicago, I think, probably with Tommy. So there's a lot, yeah. So they can really, as long as the writing stay good, they can really keep this going for another probably 3 years, 4 years.
Random. I think this comment's for you.
What's up? Oh, is the true for talent? Hmm. Okay, maybe so.
Do you know the names?
No, are these characters? That's why I'm like, are these like, you know what? Because he probably
I
hit me
believe
with the real
so.
names. That's why I'm like, are these the real names of the people?
Yeah, I think these are. Let me put my glasses on so I can write this.
Shoot, put your glasses on. I'm about to put mine on too.
let me.
Oh, I got the wrong ones on. Everything look even worse.
Yeah. So Patina Miller
Who's that? Is that the real
is
lady name?
is an
That's
actress.
probably why. You know what?
She's
I wonder if Patina Miller is Kanan's mother. See, I only know by Kanan, and
yeah. That he literally just put it. Yeah, Alan just put it. It's Kanan's
that's
mom.
funny. That's funny. You know what? Yo, so the funny thing is, my son does that to me. He'll give me the real person name. And I'm like, who are you talking about? Like, he knew the real person name to Freddy Krueger. So he never called him Freddy Krueger. He called him something, something. I'm like, who are you talking about? The guy who played Freddy Krueger. I'm like, call him Freddy Krueger. I don't know his name. But no, you're right. Very good actress. Yes, she's good. And
Uncle Marvin is
oh,
Juke's dad.
yes. Uncle Marvin played on what did Uncle Marvin he played on something else. I remember him from something else. Uncle Marvin is good. Juke is good because Juke, they could really take Juke part somewhere else too. Because Juke was also in Power.
Okay,
She wound up being a cop in Power. So if
got
you
it.
see her now, she'll mess with the cops. You know, it's thug life forever type stuff. So it's kind of weird to see how how she became a cop later on. If you see how she was in the streets, not really the streets, but she wasn't really messing with that side when she was younger.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's funny. That's funny. He mentioned the realness. I'm like, who are these people? Yes, I should know. Yeah,
Shout out to
no.
your
The moms
son.
is good, man. Uh, the show. What? Please, sister. He did. Now you about to make me go back to watch. I'm about to go watch this guy. Damn, see that? She don't look that old in the
No,
show.
Sister Act on Broadway. Sister Act on Broadway, not in the movie.
Okay. I was about to say. Okay, I was about to say. He about to really about to. Okay. Yeah, man. You know what? Let me put my glasses on. Yeah, so I can actually see the whole thing. Yeah. Okay. Next
Why
time,
you look like?
listen.
Why you look like you about to read a story time when you put the glasses on?
Let me see. But then I realized, so check this out. So the funny thing is, I have like 7 pair of glasses, right? Because I should be playing around with glasses. So these glasses are only good for driving.
Uh,
So these glasses, I can't see anything close up. I can only see stuff far. So when I put these on, I really can't see. Look, the words just got smaller. So that's why I'm laughing. Like, dang, I need to wear my glasses. That's all around glasses, you know.
yeah, I'm distant, so like I don't have my big screen up. So if I had my big
Mhm.
screen, I'll be able to look at the screen over here. But I got my little screen here. I can see all the comments.
Yeah, that's so
Anyway,
funny.
with that being said, listen, man, good episode. What's brewing
Yes,
for you
yes.
this week? I done finished my coffee.
Watching some more sports today. You know, I'm hoping that Miami wins for football, NFL. Miami and Denver. So Cincinnati Bengals could go home. So I'm hoping that the Denver wins. Denver has to
Mhm.
win, and Miami have to win in order for Cincinnati to go home. I want Cincinnati to go home because I'm tired of hearing about the Joe Burrow and how he should become MVP. Joe
Now,
Burrow.
didn't Lamar Jackson break a record or something? Like he did something crazy recently.
So this is the funny part with the NFL, right? So we all
Uh,
started with Lamar Jackson MVP. Then all of a sudden, Josh Allen somehow became MVP, but they couldn't really hold Josh Allen stats compared to Lamar because Josh Allen only has 26 touchdowns versus Lamar 43.
mhm.
Lamar now Josh Allen has 11 rushing touchdowns to Lamar 3 or 4 touchdowns rushing. So we combined it. That's how the numbers kind of look close. But in reality, Josh Allen, he shouldn't win it if they're going off of stats this year. So now, since they can't have him win, all of a sudden now Joe Burrow's in the topic. Because Joe Burrow has more yards than Lamar. He has more touchdowns than Lamar, but he has a losing record. So prior
Yeah,
to all this, it was the reason why they said Josh Allen over Lamar because Josh Allen has a better winning record than Lamar Jackson.
I
But
see.
now since
I'm
they
gonna look,
realize Josh Allen probably won't win, now they're trying to grab Burrows
bro.
from the from the gutter. We're like, hey,
The
what about
NFL,
him? But it's like, but he has a losing record too. So
the
that's why I'm like,
NFL
okay,
has and will
let's
forever
eliminate
be.
him so we can have fun.
The NFL has and forever will be racist, man.
And guess what? They
Forever.
know how to move that goalpost. They know how to move it because Joe Burrow should not be in topic. In that case, once you throw Jared Goff in, he's 14-2. Okay, just throw him in if you're going. Listen, just throw him in if you're going to throw everybody else in. So we'll see. But personally, I wish Lamar didn't get it so that I could put the fire underneath him and he can win the Super Bowl. Because that's what's going to count the most.
I'm looking now,
Hmm.
and it says he became the first player in NFL history, Lamar Jackson, to reach
Yes.
4,000 passing yards and
Hmm.
800 rushing yards in the same season.
Now it's 900.
It's 900 now.
900 now.
Dang!
Rushing yards. Yeah, because the man was running last night.
Wow.
And his passer rating is the fourth highest ever in the NFL. Ever. So we ain't talking about this season. We're talking about ever. So it's
It,
like, come
it'll
on, man.
it's
Stop
gonna
playing.
be a tragedy if this man never wins a Super Bowl because he deserves it. He deserves it.
Well, the way the NFL got the games now, um, he has to play the Steelers in the first round. The
Mm.
Steelers are iffy with them, and after the Steelers, then he has to. So the road to the Super Bowl is kind of funny, but it's because of who it's all up to you, right? Don't lose the games that you shouldn't lose, and you don't have to
Yeah,
complain about anything.
yeah. I need them to
The
beat
only
the
one that got the
Steelers.
best record. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
The
you good.
only team that has the better road to Super Bowl would be the Chiefs, but that's because they're 15-1.
I can't
They're
stand the Chiefs. It
15
look
and
like they're
one.
going three-peat though. It look like they're going
I think
three-peat.
they are. I think they are. Thanks to the refs. Shout out to the refs. 6 man on the
No,
team.
isn't that true? Like seriously, it feels like the rest be giving them games, and this
Refs
is
for the
crazy.
NFL, refs for the NBA, they all in cahoots. Somebody getting paid. Because the refs
Yeah.
in the NBA is horrible too.
Oh, yeah, Alan. Yeah. We gotta have you back on the podcast. I just saw Alan's comment. Yeah, we gotta have you back on the podcast, bro. Definitely.
Yeah,
We
no doubt, man.
we've had
Definitely. You know
Alan on
what?
in the
We can
past.
have
I don't
you
know
on
if
the
we could do
live one.
on a live. I don't know if we could do three people live.
Come on, man. I'm gonna leave it up to you. Make it happen.
Bro, you put too much pressure on me, man.
I'm pretty sure we all get the same link. We can all show up.
uh,
I see
I'll
people do it
see.
all the time on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll
Don't
say
the company man? Don't the company man have like 17 people on it?
he does. Listen, man, company man got a different budget than us. We
Man,
working our way up there. We still try to. Hey, y'all, we still try. We listen. The goal for this New Year's. This is the goal for this new year.
so
We want. I'm putting this out there. We would like for the Chemistry Productions YouTube channel to cross 10,000 subscribers. That's what we want. All right. So just so you know, this whole YouTube channel, we focus on media education. Part of it is having this podcast, having our lives, having the AVIOT podcast, which we got to definitely get back to this week right here too.
yeah.
And here we give our unfiltered take on different things that are happening in media. As
Hmm.
far as the whole channel, we give more of a educational critique of what's
Yeah.
happening in the media, and we also speak on our own. We also create media ourselves. So we want to cross that 10,000 mark this year. On the podcast, I would say for the podcast in general, I would like to get a consistent listening base of at least, let's say, 100. I'll keep it there. 100 listeners every episode. I want to have that be consistent. So those are the New Year's resolutions. I'll definitely write that down, and we'll do what we can to make that happen. But as
Yeah.
for football, and I just want to finish what you're saying before I go to what's brewing for me. As for football, as you were saying, you think the Chiefs are going to three-peat because you think the refs are going to be helping them out?
Yeah. The ref's gonna help them out, and I think they got not the easier path, but everybody has to come to Arrowhead, which is where the Chiefs play.
Uh,
And so yeah, because they're 15-1, they got the best record, 15-1. So you can't knock them for that. But what you gonna say? So what's wrong with you?
What's brewing with me is definitely this week. I know I say it every week. Gotta get on that content creation tip, but this week will be better. Things are winding down. Definitely gonna have fun with my brother-in-law before we leave. We're gonna be visiting different areas of DC. So we went to
Win.
DC this
You know it's supposed to
past.
be a bad storm. Be careful.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to do it sooner rather than later. We might have to go to DC today, to be honest.
I think so because
Yeah,
that's that storm coming.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make it work for him, and we're gonna hang out. Hopefully, he'll be tired when we get back, so I could create content.
There you go. Well, there you go. Sounds
So
good
while
to
he's
me.
chilling, I can be in the back recording.
There you go. Sounds good to
So
me.
that's that. But thank y'all for listening to the podcast. Random. It's always great seeing you. You
Yeah.
know, we'll probably chop it up
Yeah.
after the show's over. But
Exactly.
yes, sir. Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.